Avon.
Here.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Here.
Geneseo.
Here.
Groveland.
Here.
Lester. Lima.
Here.
Livonia.
Here.
Mount Morris.
Here.
North Dansville.
Here.
Nunde.
Here.
Ashen.
Here.
Portage.
Here.
Sparta. Springwater. Here. West Sparta.
Here.
York.
Here.
I'd like to ask Lima Town Supervisor Michael Falk to lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We had some meeting minutes from our last regular meeting, the 25th of May, for consideration. Does anyone have any changes that they would care to bring forward at this time? Hearing none, I'd ask for a motion in a second, please.
Lester.
Second, Walker.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, they're carried. Communications, please, Michelle.
The next conversation with the county will be held on June 14th at 5:30 PM at Country Corner Cafe, 8851 Kaiserville, Byersville Road, Dansville, New York, 14437. And the annual Livingston County Farm Bureau Tour and Luncheon is on June 15th, 2022 at 11 a.m. at the Cavetta Farm, 7763 Reeds Corners Road, Dansville, New York, 14437. If you could please RSVP to me today.
Thank you, Michelle. We do have abstract of claims for consideration.
Mr. Chairman, I move this abstract of claims and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Is there any questions or concerns on this abstract of claims? Hearing none, the roll, please. Michelle?
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen. Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted.
We do have a few resolutions that are on the preferred agenda.
Declaring surplus property, Office for the Aging. Resolution adopting the retention and disposition schedule for boards of election records issued by the New York State Archives and Records Administration. Resolution urging extended timetable and comprehensive cost analysis of New York State Climate Action Council's draft scoping plan for the New York State Climate Leadership and Community Project Act.
Thank you, Michelle. Is there any discussion on any of these three resolutions? Hearing none, I look for a motion in a second to move this to a vote.
Move Falk.
Second, Michelle. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's carried. The roll, please, on this, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted.
We do have several resolutions that are going to require a separate roll call vote.
Mrs. Walker, authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following contracts for the Livingston County Department of Health. Daystar for Medically Fragile Children, Inc., doing business as Daystar Kids, Kirsten E. Knapp, and New York State Fence, Inc.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. Is there any questions or discussion on these contracts? Hearing none, I'll vote, please. Michelle?
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following grant award contract for the Livingston County Department of Health, New York State Department of Health.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. Any questions or discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo. Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following contracts for the Livingston County Department of Social Services: Encompass Resources for Learning, Hillside Children's Center, and various residential treatment centers.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. Any questions or discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the Commissioner of the Livingston County Department of Social Services to sign the following contracts: donated funds agreements. There are two.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. Any questions or discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following contracts for the Livingston County Office of Workforce Development: CNF Transportation, Genesee Finger Lakes Regional Planning Council, Genesee County, Livingston County Workforce Development, Orleans County, Wyoming County Community Action.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. Are there any questions or concerns on any of these contracts? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Mr. Deming, amending a portion of resolution number 2022-139, University of Rochester EMS Medical Director.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Deming. Is there any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following contract for the Livingston County Department of Emergency Medical Services, University of Rochester.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Deming. Any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Approving joint services agreements for machinery, tools, equipment, and services sharing access.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Deming. Any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius,
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following contract for the Livingston County Sheriff's Office. Genesee Valley BOCES.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Denny. Are there any questions or concerns on this contract? Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing the chairman of the Livingston County Board of Supervisors to sign the following grant award contract for the Livingston County Sheriff's Office, New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Denny. Are there any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Rescinding resolution number 2022-143.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Denny. Are there any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Mr. Knapp, resolution authorizing a road use agreement with Morris Ridge Solar Energy Center LLC.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any concerns on this road use agreement? Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing a professional services contract for updating the Livingston County Board of Supervisors weighted voting process, Center for Government Research, CGR.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Authorizing a professional services contract for insurance archaeology services, Arsena Risk Group.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, on the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Amending the 2022 Livingston County Salary Schedule, Department of Health.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any questions or concerns on this resolution? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted. Appointing Assistant Director of Nursing for the Livingston County Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation, Brittany Rittenberg.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Is there any questions or discussion on this appointment? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia. Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester. Lima.
Aye.
Livonia.
Aye.
Mount Morris.
Aye.
North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta. Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 1884, absent 125, adopted.
Did you have, couple individuals?
Chairman appointments to the Livingston County Youth Board, Renee Bacon for North Dansville and Lauren Monaghan from West Sparta.
Thank you. Ian, do you have any updates for the board this afternoon?
Yeah, a couple, Chairman, thank you. The first is the CNR Director, Justin Bayless, starts Monday in his new position. So I'll be welcoming him to the new role, and also want to thank again Eric Townsend, who happens to be here today, for his interim service these last weeks and I guess months here. So thank you for that and stepping up in the interim. Really appreciate it. The grants position, Julie Berry's old position, that vacancy is being recruited for. So we have about a half dozen applications at present, waiting on a few more, and then we'll set up a committee and get going on the interview process for that position. This week, we received our second, what they call tranche, so deposit of the ARPA fund. So another 6.11 something came our way into our coffers. So Amy had to do some paperwork for that. So Amy, thanks for doing the paperwork to get us $6.1 million. So we're all good there. Lastly, the county 5K is tomorrow in Mount Morris, if you're able to make it, 5:30. It's like a walk run. County workers, staff, board members are all welcome to come, and family. At present, we got about 60 people signed up, so always a good fun event. Weather looks a little wet in the beginning of the day, but I think it's going to dry out by the time we'll be participating. So, and that's all I had, unless anybody has anything for me.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Yeah, just reporting that we got the totals for the deer take last year. It was down over 17%. Not quite 18, but it was down 17%. There's a lot of deer out there, but there's no hunters anymore. Kids aren't hunting. In our particular business, if we get 10 kids out of 500-600 deer that are under 25, that's a lot. I don't know what's happened, but there's no interest. Too many video games. I know there's going to be a few less, but they don't stay out in the garden. That's all I have.
Thank you. Is there any other business to come before the board?
Move to adjourn from Geneseo.
Lester.
We have a motion in the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Stand adjourned.
You too, Eric. Let's see ya.